Hey everybody, it's your girl Shaneequa, the Master Brand Story Coach, and I'm here today to share with you a story of what happened to me this morning. Now, in case you don't know, I am a teacher. So I am a public school, high school teacher, and I was running late today. I was running late for work today, and late, but still early, if that makes sense. Like before the kids, but after the time I was supposed to be here. But anyway, so as I was driving to work today, I passed this woman who was walking with her child on the side of the road towards the schools. Like all three schools are in the same area, a middle school, an elementary, and the high school. And so I drove by and my brain flagged me. My brain was like, yo, did you see her kid? Her kid is a kindergartner. Do you know what time it is? That kid is late. Do you see how far she is from that school? That kid is going to be like even 30 minutes more late. And I'm sure mom is tired and it's super early in the morning and she's walking in the grass. And my brain is doing all this talking to me, guys. And then when my brain shut up, God turned up. I got to the stop sign, which was, I would say, about a quarter of a mile to a half a mile away from where she was. And God was like, so you just gonna let her walk by? I mean, you just gonna drive by her? Look at all these people passing her by and like nobody's even having a double take about what they're gonna do. And here you are with a car. You've been somebody who's needed help before. Turn around and go get her. And I'm looking at the time, I'm like, God, like I'm 2 minutes away from school. Like it's about to be 8 o'clock. I was supposed to be there at 7:40 and the kids are about to come through the door at 8:05. And the crazy thing is I actually was earlier than GPS said I was gonna be. So it's like 5 minutes earlier. And so I'm sitting at the stop sign and it's my turn to go. And I was like, you're right. I have a car. I've been in a position where I've needed help before. Not this kind of help, but I needed somebody to stop in their life and take stock of where I was and to reach out a hand. And I've had a stranger help me before. And I don't know this woman, but she's walking with this kid. And my kid was actually going to the school for the first week, and then I moved her down somewhere else. But he looks like a kindergartner or a first grader, and that's a long walk. And so I turned around, and it's a busy road because all of those teachers and students and parents were rushing to get kids to school and stuff. And so I kind of jack into the road a little bit so that people couldn't go around me. And I'm like, come on, get in. I was like, would you like a ride? And she's like, absolutely. And she took it without hesitation. And I am about to cry about this. This is ridiculous. I don't mean to cry. But anyway, and so after a minute or two, she got in the car. I drove her, the school was literally right across the street from my school. So I dropped them off at the entrance of theirs and headed off to mine. And I still managed to get up here before the kids came to the classroom. God is good. So I wanted to sit here because as I was getting out of my car, I started tearing because I was like, God, I was in a position to help somebody. And it seemed really small. But what I had in my hands, what I had as an ability to do something today was I had a car with a full tank of gas. I had a little bit of time and I had empty space. Yes, my car was junky. Woo, we ain't gonna talk about that. But yes, my car was junky. Yes, it was an embarrassment because I don't want people to see a junky car. And yes, I could have just continued going forward like everybody else was going forward. But something pulled on me and said, go back and help her. Let her know that people see her, that she's not invisible on the side of the road, and that you are here and you can help. And so I did. And my eyes started tearing just like they are right now. And it was a small thing, and I had a pretty rough day today. You know, it's after a holiday. The energy was weird in the school. But anyway, so I'm sitting here at the end of the school day, And I'm thinking about this message. And I realized that we have to learn, and I'm going to say we at this point, because as I said, a lot of people drove right by her. And if God hadn't convicted me right there at that stop sign, like literally at the stop sign, I would have kept going, and this woman would have walked her walk alone with her child. And I just let her know that she didn't have to walk alone with her child. And so I let her know that somebody saw her and that somebody was here to help. And so just today, with a few minutes of my time, I got to show her the God that's in me, the God that exists, you know, the one who helps without wanting to be helped or needing to be thanked or needing something in return. Because I really opened myself up to getting in trouble at work for being late. But anyway, so I started thinking about stop, because he put me literally at the stop sign. And I'm going to show you this really quickly, and then we're going to talk about it real briefly because I'm trying to keep this under 10 minutes. All right, so this is stop. I was sitting here like, what is stop? And so I considered what it was that I had to do today. And I had to slow down and seek guidance. As I slowed down on my approach to that stop sign, I said, God, please tell me what you want me to do. And he told me. Then I had to take inventory of what my capability was. I had a few extra minutes. I had a car. I had the ability to go and help this woman on her journey. So then I had to open myself up to what was uncomfortable. I'm an introvert, people. It may not seem like it. God, this light is bright. It may not seem like it, but I am an introvert. And so reaching out to people is a hard thing to do. Letting a stranger in, it's a hard thing to do. But even more than that, putting myself at risk of getting yelled at again just wasn't, it crossed my mind. I was like, God, I can't do this. I have to go to work. I'm running late. And he's like, you're already late. Take these few minutes. You have them, And so I had to open myself up to what was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable putting myself in that position. I was uncomfortable in that road because Georgia drivers, y'all, Georgia drivers, more specifically Atlanta drivers, they act like they don't see you. And so I had to jut out there. And then I knew that I would have to do a U-turn, and all the traffic was going the way that I was going to have to U-turn into. And so I had to get uncomfortable. I had to inconvenience myself a little bit so that I could do what was for me to do. And then I think this is the most important part of stop, and that's the P, which is put your mission where your heart is. I've been saying that I wanted to help women find their power and reclaim their stories and their voices. But here was an opportunity with this woman on the side of the road taking this journey by herself with her child, and I was about to pass her by. Is not my mission to help? And so I had to put my mission where my heart was. It's in me to want to help women, and here was my opportunity. And I almost let it pass me by. In fact, I did let it pass me by, but I did something about it. And so what I want to say is that, often I hear these excuses when people talk about starting their business or writing their stories or finding the stage and sharing their stories. And I have to ask you right now to stop. Stop right now. And what I mean by that is slow down. Get out of the rat race of your life. It could be your pity party. It could be all your hats and your to-dos and your must-dos and need-tos and should-haves, or whatever they are. But I need you to slow down right now, and I need you to seek that guidance, wherever your guidance comes from, wherever your light comes from. And then I need you to take inventory of your capabilities. What is currently in your hands? What is currently within your grasp? What might require you to stretch just a little bit, but it's still possible for you to do? And then I need you to open yourself up to what is uncomfortable. And yes, it might be a slight inconvenience to your day or to your morning or whatever it is. But then I need you to put your mission where your heart is. You say you want to do something with this world. You say you want to leave a legacy. You say you want to help other people who have been in positions as you have been in. So now, stop and actually do something about it. Bye, y'all.